What is going on, JCP Gang, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I am going to be doing something that I've never done on this channel, and that is chess content. So today I'm going to be analyzing a game that I played a friendly game against another school, and I blundered early, totally blundered, but I still managed to clutch up for the victory. So I'm versing Isabella, and I don't know her surname, and obviously I am JCP. I just realized I didn't put my name or rating or face on the analyzation. So can we make a plan in the editing just to add some so can we just make a plan to add a face for me and my true rating, and same for my opponent. So we jump right into the game. She played 4, and you know what I responded with? Shout out GathamChess, Karo Khan, baby. And then she played the bishop c4 variation, and I know that this is actually losing for white, or it's slightly worse for white, not losing. So I was actually very happy. Off the trade, she went for the check variation. And actually the main line, or the best move, is to play bishop to d7 to try and to try and trade them off. But I rather went for the knight c6 variation, which is a variation I also played in a tournament last year, and I managed to win that game after my opponent made a calculation error. But anyways, after knight to c6, she plays knight f3, and I immediately go for the pin. In the Karo Khan, I find that to be very good to immediately pin the knight. And then after a few moves, she played d3, which is actually a huge inaccuracy. The main way is to play queen to a5 check, and then she's forced to play knight to c3, protecting the bishop. And then there's like some sort of a variation here. I'm not 100% sure at the moment, but yeah, I completely just missed this, didn't capitalize on it. I'm sorry. That wasn't a very grandmaster move of mine. So I played e4. I thought e4 was also punishing the move d3, but what does e4 do? Looking at it now, I'm like, what does that move actually do? And then she blunders. What is this? The seventh move of the game, and she blunders a piece. If I just take the knight no longer defends the bishop, and since it doesn't defend the bishop, queen can take. So bishop takes knight, queen takes bishop, and then I take his bishop. As simple as that. And what do? I decide to take his bishop with my queen, because I was so tunnel vision. I was like, oh my word, I'm just gonna take the bishop with my queen, and after knight takes, I take his queen and he can't castle. Oh, and I just brained it. Guys, I'm not this bad. Like, I'm gonna have to play some live games if I make more chess content in the future, because honestly, I'm not this bad. But okay, that was my early blunder. Now I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna make some good moves. So I play h6 to kick out the knight. I play f6, which is also the best move just to consolidate my position. He plays knight to c3. Now, I do play the best move here, knight to e7, obviously just protecting the pawn. What? Oh my days, my arrows. Protecting the pawn, but I really didn't actually like this move. It's the only move that could protect my pawn, but I really didn't like it because where's my bishop gonna go? My bishop is absolutely stuck. Even though the computer gives me the advantage, I'm not stockfish, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. So then she decided, okay, I'm gonna jump around with my knight. I was like, do you. I play a6, force the trade, and now I really like my position here because this is a very common Caro-Kann position. I can even go for the, I can even push this to get the legendary connect 4, and she plays rook to e1. She can't castle, obviously, so she plays rook to e1. I decide I'm gonna take control of the b file, and I'm actually playing, surprisingly, I was checking the computer, I'm actually playing like the top 3 engine moves all this time. And after g4, you see that the advantage drops. The only move to capitalize on this position was g5, because the knight can't jump in, and if the knight goes here, then I can always just trade it off and my bishop comes out. And that's exactly what I did. Knight to f5 is actually the best move she found, but after takes and push, which lost all my advantage by the way, all I had to do was go for this pin and put pressure, pin the knight to the rook. But I decided I'm gonna make the knight move by playing d4. It's not even the connect 4 because I already pushed g5 and I lost all my advantage. And knight to e4, best move she played. King to f7 was actually the second best move of the computer. I'm surprised I found that because this doesn't really look human. Looking at it now, just develop the bishop. If this, then takes, if knight takes or pawn takes, then you can always just like slide back or something. I don't know, but I played king to f7, which was the second best move, so I'm happy with that. And she plays c3. Now, I haven't even been telling you guys that this pawn has been hanging all along. Look at this. This pawn is hanging right here. Since I play rook to b8, this pawn has been hanging. Pawn is hanging. I don't take it. 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 But now finally that she played c3, I realized I can take it because now I control the whole second rank because this pawn doesn't block my rook from seeing this side of the board anymore. So I'm like, take my shot, rook takes b2. He tries to play rook to e2, trying to trade off, but I was like, nah, this rook is too dominant. I'm gonna play pawn takes c3. D takes c3 protects my knight, and if he takes here, then I always have ideas of maybe protecting with my bishop or something. So after knight takes, I actually play rook takes, knight takes, whoa, and then bishop to c5, just centralizing my bishop and creating some threats. Now here, I'm not one to compare myself with the greats because I'm still a beginner. But I feel like this next sequence of moves was very Magnesian, if I can say it like that. Magnus Carlsen loves to ask the right questions in this like late middle game, almost end game positions. So I go bishop to c4, c5, sorry, to put pressure on g2, force king e1. Then I play check, force king f1, and then rook to d4 or rook to d8, attacking rook or attacking the pawn on d3. And I'm just asking the right question. I'm saying, how are you going to protect? Now, I'm going to be honest. Rook to d1 seems very natural. And then you can even push because the knight protects. And this seems very natural, but she actually played rook to b1, which wasn't the most ideal move. Rook to d1 was the recommended move for Stockfish, but she played rook to b1, and I was like, okay, a5, protecting the bishop, best move as well. And then she pushes d4, and look at that advantage. For two reasons. First of all, that's a free pawn. I just take the pawn, my rook defends it. Second of all, once I take it, I'm going to have two connected pass pawns. And that's queens, baby. Those are queens. So then after this, I just take free pawn. She realizes, oh wait, this pawn is actually running. I have to play rook to d1 to stop it. I push after knight to c1, push again. And then knight to b3. Now this bishop is like an absolute goat. Protected by the pawn. Knight is staring at everything, but knight can't take anything because the bishop is goated. So I feel like here I should have just gone to push and kick the knight away, or just like use this pass pawn. But instead I find this move rook to d5, which is actually the second best move according to Stockfish to target these pawns. I played it, but sort of with the wrong reason. And I'll tell you guys now, after king to e2, I actually calculated a beautiful sequence here. Oh my days, I calculated rook to e5 check, king to d3, brave king by the way, running out. And then all I had to play here was either take the pawn, because he'd almost be forced to like take my pawn with his knight or king, and then I just take the second pawn. That's all I had to do. Take the pawn, and then he takes with his knight probably, and then take the pawn. Very simple, right? No, I thought I calculated this madness with rook to e1. Now, by no means is this a bad move. Like, this was still, I think, the third or fourth recommended by Stockfish. And I thought I had calculated the world. I thought it was like minus 30. Because if rook takes, I take and make a queen, right? If knight takes pawn, then I win the rook. And the knight is pinned with my bishop with pressure, so I'm going to win the knight as well. And if knight takes pawn, oh, sorry, I just calculated that. And yeah, that was actually the only two lines I calculated. Oh no, if rook takes pawn, then I win an exchange. And then I can even hunt these pawns as well. So those were the lines I calculated. I was like, in any way I'm winning material, and at least this c pawn will be able to queen in the end. And then she finds this move king e2, which I completely missed. And honestly, I was actually kind of gutted. I was like, oh my days, she doesn't lose any material. Her position actually holds. Am I even winning? Obviously, looking at the eval minus 2.7, I'm obviously winning. But on that day, I was like, oh, did I mess this up? So then I decided, okay, let's count the pawns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she has 1, 2, 3, 4 with these pawns being doubled. So guess what? I am up one pawn and two of her pawns are doubled. It's time to trade. The computer wanted me to slide back with my rook, but I said no. I trade after I play e4 to force the knight to take, and then I take the rook, king takes, bishop takes knight, and I trade off everything. Now I lost a little bit of advantage, but luckily at my level, for me, my endgame skills are a bit better than my opponents, and I play king to e3 and we just march our kings up the board. She went for the haymaker, you know, she threw the ball. She went all in with f4. I knew I shouldn't take because the problem with taking is you just allow the king in. And yeah, if you take the pawn, king takes, and the king can get to the h pawn much easier. So I don't take, I play king to d5 and she takes. And actually very important here, I could have technically played f takes and then I could have won this f pawn by playing f takes, and then the king can't actually get to my pawn, so the king would actually have to go this way. But I decided to play h takes because the king would have to make this massive journey just to get to my f pawn, and that's exactly what happened as well. So f3, king to d4, I'm just shielding by the way, and then I realize my pawn is running, so then I play c5. She goes for this. I decide I'll just take. This is like a BM move, by the way. I'm gonna be honest. This is a BM move because she has to go here to protect her pawn, and my pawn runs. If she goes for my pawn with king to h5, king to g6, I wanted to make two queens. I was sitting there and I was like, okay, I've won. My c pawn is queening. But should I make three queens on the board? Should I just come get this pawn and then run all the way back and get that pawn and embarrass this girl? And I was like, nah, okay, let's stay humble, let's just get the win. So I shield her with queen e4, and then after king to g4, I'm just gonna run, and I make a queen. I was thinking about making a rook. Okay, that was definitely on my mind, and there's very easy checkmate with a rook, but yeah, I just decided to make a queen. Let's stay principled. After king to e2, I realized that the king is cut off by my king, so after king to queen to c2, move him to the back rank, king to e3, and wherever the king only has one move, and mate was delivered on f2. So I did blunder in the start of the game. I missed out after she blundered. So we both blundered. You know, at my level, it's still okay. But if you guys enjoy chess content and you want more, I have so much great tournament games. And yeah, definitely some good content that I can be uploading. So if you guys want to see that, make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below what you want. If you want more recaps, if you want live chess, if you want collabs with friends that I play against friends online, make sure to tell me that in the comments. Get out of here. Sorry, GathamChess. Peace out, everyone.